MHS Gymnasium. We're here for volleyball tonight versus Russell. Can you hear me?
Barely.
Barely.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, kind of, sort of. Rance, we should have tested.
We hear Rance okay?
Testing 1, 2.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go. There, that's better. We had something way turned down that shouldn't have been. That's a lot better.
Wonderful.
Anyway, welcome here to the gymnasium. The Lions taking on Russell tonight. Dale Leach, Mike Perry, and Rance Steinbrock here to bring you the broadcast this evening. Welcome to the team, Rance.
Well, thank you.
I'm really glad to have Rance. I've been after him for a couple of years. I kind of ran out of daughters playing volleyball, but he's got quite a few to go yet, so we'll get him up here with us. He brings a lot of expertise to the game that I have to kind of just guess on a lot of it. So Rance up at Minneapolis just got done with the Concordia tournament, and I understand they played real well. Pool play came out that 4-0 and somehow ended up with a 19-5 record going into tonight's action. Pretty good competition up there. Or what did you see from Concordia?
Yeah, there was very good competition up there. We had Smith Center is ranked in the state in 3A, and then we had Concordia and Clay Center, who we played earlier in the year, but it was at the start of the season. And I don't think they played their best ball at that time. The girls really stepped it up in the Smith Center game in the pool play. We struggled a little bit after that, but they showed that when they play a good team, they can really step up and play some good volleyball.
Well, you beat a ranked team there coming out of pool play. That's always something to build on. But here again, Julie was telling me Concordia had a couple pretty good, pretty tall middles that gave us a little problems when we played them.
Yeah, they did. They had a couple big girls that really hit the ball hard, and they kind of intimidated us a little bit, it looked like. And after a grueling match against Smith Center, we kind of a little bit too long a layoff in between games, it looked like, and we kind of struggled in the semifinals and the finals.
Coach Max going with the 5-1 and a rotation that really I haven't seen too much of in the past, but she's got a pretty deep team this year, and really fun to watch. They hit the ball extremely well from the outside, and then the addition of Connor Fulton this year, a little extra strength in the middle.
Yeah.
Kind of allows Allie to move outside and hit from the outside, and Kira's a good hitter also, but you know, the depth, I think they'll continue the high caliber of play next year.
Yeah, we got a lot of good girls that can play a lot of different positions. That helps out with Coach Mack being able to move them around here and there.
Well, we have Russell here tonight, and then next week do we have Sacred Heart? Is that?
It's probably Republic County, I think.
Republic County. And then the ladies, as I mentioned to Rance earlier, go down to the Hillsborough tournament. Always a big tournament down there, and the competition down there is just extremely brutal when you get the likes of Hoisington, Conway Springs, Rock Creek, Valley Heights, and Hillsborough, Marion. Marion's strong again this year, so good grief. There aren't any easy ones down there in that tournament. Just getting ready here for the first match of the afternoon. Coach Mack giving the girls a little bit of instruction here. Minneapolis will be on the side of the floor where the infamous cable is. And we'll get started here. Russell Lady Broncos. I think, has Minneapolis played them this year? I'm sure they probably have.
I think we met them out at the Russell tournament.
And it would be nice for the girls to go ahead and dispatch them in two here. But you never know until you play it. Minneapolis, as I mentioned, now with a record of 19-5 coming into this contest here.
You'll have to forgive me, I missed. Who did we lose to?
we come out of pool play 4-0, and one of those victories was a victory against Smith Center. They're ranked, and beat them in pool play. Then in bracket play, we ended up playing Concordia. Concordia with a couple of 6'1" middles gave us a little problem, and Concordia beat us, which made us fall back into having to play Smith Center again. And then it's never good to do the repeat thing, and Smith Center got up for that one and beat us. So Minneapolis played for third and fourth in the tourney there. Now Minneapolis with a nice attack. It goes out as Russell is there for the block. Hit the antenna, and it's out of bounds. And side out and point to Russell. Anytime you have a thought and a good play, just throw it right in there, Rance, because I know that you're very knowledgeable. There's a net serve by the Lady Broncos. Go ahead and take off for a little bit there, Rance. I'm going to try and get the names of the girls that are playing.
All right, Kelsey Page serving. Broncos have a little bit of a tough time with it. Ashley Macy with a good save. Riley Baker hits it just a little bit long.
Well, it looks like we still have a Nuss playing for Russell. No Mahoney's. Dale, no Mahoney's.
They're all gone. I do believe.
I think the only Mahoney left was a boy. That's out the back line, point, and side out to Minneapolis. Riley Baker serving for Big Blue. Rance, I've mentioned it over the years that that first pass from the back row to that front to the setter is so important, and you know as well as I do, if that thing's on the money, your attack is much more crisp. Just right there as the pass didn't make it all the way to the setter.
Yeah, that's what we struggled at this year. If we could get that to where our setter ain't got to move as much, and when she's squared up down the net, it helps out a lot.
Point Minneapolis.
When our girls seem to get the same amount of tacks as we have tacks against us, we seem to play a very good ball.
That pass there by Russell goes astray, and it's point Minneapolis. Shea Shoemaker still serving. It was almost out. They took it. That is out. Point Minneapolis. What did the Smith Center team look like, Rance? Being ranked, or were they just quick to the ball, or were they just big?
Yeah, they got a bunch of tall girls. They move real well, and they cover the floor real well. I think we'll be all right. Coach Mack will be able to make some adjustments. We started trying to dink over the blockers because they go up blocker hard, and they were covering that real good. And then they started trying to dink on us, and it was working a little bit. But I think she makes some adjustments and show the girls go to the side on the front line, and we'd be able to do some damage on them.
6'4" Minneapolis. Hopper to the service line for Lady Broncos. Kelsey Page, the primary setter in this rotation, so you will see Connor Fulton set. There you see Page to the front row to set there, the primary setter, but when it's called for, Connor Fulton is the other. Well, they all set real well. I guess Allie does set some, and so does Connor Fulton.
Yeah, Smith Center just looked like there wasn't no holes on the court at all. They really moved around very well.
I like that about our team here too, Rance. The quickness to the ball, especially if you're hitting, and then if you can cover the floor, especially in the middle. You've got quite a deal going. Minneapolis does a pretty good job there on defense. 8-4. Now Minneapolis with a 4-point lead. Connor Fulton for Minneapolis serving. They're attacking from the back row. That set went back to Rourke, and she must be a little stronger hitter than what she showed there. That one went in the net. They just bump it over now. Page with the set. Alley with the attack. It's down. Nice kill. Cross court in the corner. Plenty of room there, it looked like. Point Minneapolis. Nice kill there. So important to have that outside attacker ready to move on that ball, and a good strong attack there by Steinbrock. We'll try that one more time. She hits through the block. As Bigley was there for the block, but a strong swing by Alley knocks it through, and it's point Minneapolis. Rance, it looks like some of those are going long. They're taking them anyway.
Yeah, they're close.
Dawson wasn't going to wait for the set on that one. That was right in her zone, and she came up to hammer that one down. There's another nice cross-court winner by Allie Steinbrock. It goes off the chest of Rourke and out of bounds. Point Minneapolis, and Russell, coach, is going to take a timeout. Minneapolis with a 12-4 lead, and we'll take one too.
Take me a second to dial this up here.
Equal housing lender.
Ada Grain is proud. Eagle Communications, home of ECTV, high-speed internet, 910 KINA News Talk, and 99 KG Country is a proud sponsor of Lions sports coverage. Listen to live broadcast on 910KINA.com or on your local Eagle Cable, Channel 8.
Let's make it delicious. Let's make it fast. Let's make it a meal from KT's in downtown Minneapolis. KT's, home of the almost world-famous hamburger. KT's wishes the Lions best wishes during the upcoming season.
We're back. Nice serve by Fulton, still serving, I guess. And Minneapolis kind of running away with this here early with Russell, but I kind of expected this. Maybe not.
Yeah, Russell's struggling with the first pass. They haven't had but like one attack out of the last 6 or 7 serves, and that's hurting them.
Well, they're a fairly young team, no seniors on the floor, so.
You talked about that first pass, and it's tough if they don't get it to the front line. When they free ball it over and somebody's sending a spike back at you all the time, it's usually good news for the team doing that.
It's a back row attack by Shea Shoemaker. Pounds it down in an open spot right in front of the back row. And it's a point Minneapolis. It's a better pass there. Now they're able to attack the net. It hits the antenna though and out of bounds. It's called. Zavolnik is how I'll pronounce that, Dale. I'll get the correct pronunciation from Mr. Leach here. There's a nice dig.
I'm sure yours is as good as what Mike's stab would be. Out. Can you hear me now? Is that any better?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Is it log? Yeah, whatever.
Close enough.
I was going to say earlier, I see our new junior high girls basketball coach sitting over there, Dale Wrestling.
Oh, really?
And his wife, sitting by
Dalen?
Dalen Wrestling, sitting by Mr. Macy. Across the way there.
Connor Fulton now still serving, I guess. I was thinking she's got a a side out, but she's still serving now. Steinbrock pounds one through. Bigley was there for the block, but Allie, too strong, pushes that one right through and down to the floor on Russell's side. Minneapolis on a roll here.
I think he retired from Bennington about a year ago.
Crossan and Bigley, she's been there for the block, Rance, but we found it right through. I think she needs to be just a hair closer to the net, I would say.
Yeah. Connor's rolled off probably double digits here on serves. Is that
Nice.
free ball again? It's going to hurt him probably.
Riley thought Shea was going to attack from the back row, but the ball came closer to Baker and quick enough to get to it, and another timeout by Russell. Minneapolis out to a 17-point lead here, 21-4. We'll be back with the end of the first match, or first game of this first match.
Well, we just stayed right here. How's that? Didn't dial it.
Back here at the Minneapolis gym, Connor Fulton still serving.
Minneapolis Junior.
Okay, there you are. Good.
21-4 game. Lions ahead.
Russell does get it over. Now the set by Page in the middle. Crossan pounds one in, and Bagley with a nice stuff that time. Blocks it back to Minneapolis side, and it drops on our side point and side out to Russell. 21-5. Minneapolis leading. That's a nice serve there, low liner by the Russell girl. Shoemaker went down to one knee to get that one, but usually pretty consistent with those passes back there. Let that one go off to the side. Page back set. Crossan with a nice attack. Russell able to field it. And Page is going to tip that one over and into the middle, where there is no one there. 22-6. Kara Frazier, Minneapolis, reeling off so many points, is just now getting into the game. Probably one of our better servers. Kara has that thing humming just a quarter of an inch over the tape, it seems like.
Yes, she does.
How's that topspin? I've noticed some of the girls in the past, the ones with the topspin always seem to be pretty effective. It'll roll right up your arm when you're trying to pass that thing.
It helps. The girl for Clay Center, the Crimmins girl, even on her spike, she seems to get a topspin on it, and the ball really dies when it comes over the net with that. We were down at Heston, and a couple of the girls serving really had a lot of rotation on their ball going forward, and it really dived in front of the back line.
That back row attack goes in the net by Huff.
This must be senior night.
Yes, it is senior night. That pass goes the wrong direction. They're able to get to it, but not get it over in 4 or in 3. Yes, it is senior night. We're going to have a couple of the seniors come forward that have been playing volleyball here for quite a while, and I don't know what happened there.
That was game point.
I think they must call a catch on Russell.
25-6 the score here in the first game of the first match. Let's take a break. We'll be back.
Senior high school linebackers are proud to continue their long-term support of the broadcast to the Lions games. Join them as they support student activities and the teachers of Minneapolis Junior Senior High School. Go Lions, we're with you all the way.
At Robertson Monument, They believe that supporting community activities are very important. That's why they're sponsors of Lions Sports. Minneapolis is a great town to live in, and Robertson Monument hopes you make it to as many games as possible.
It's fast, it's furious, and it's fun. It's Minneapolis Raceway. Minneapolis Raceway has brought you exciting races to Central Kansas and will continue the tradition. Minneapolis Raceway will give you and your family some of the most exciting races ever seen. Go Lions!
City Pharmacy has brought to you quality professional.
He said they went over to Marion, I think got beat by Marion, so Marion's probably a quality ball team.
I have not noticed where our sub-state is yet. Have you heard any of it?
It's at Thomas More Prep in Hayes. We'll be dealing with Phillipsburg, who's rated second or third, and then Smith Center's out there. I think Goodland's down there.
What gym do they use at TMP? I hope they built a new one since the last time I was there.
I doubt it.
Here we go, getting ready for the second game here of the first match. Kira Frazier with an ace just off the top of the hands of the DS back there. They still playing that sunken gym there at TMP?
You know, I don't think I've ever been there.
I'm sure they do.
Well,
I'd be shocked.
it's about 8 foot down, just like you're right here. They have a railing, then the bleachers start here, and the gym is sunken down, and there's just barely room for the players and coach.
It looks like an old hockey rink.
I like the old junior high. Yeah, it's not pretty. Page.
I'm shocked they got them.
Nice set. Shoemaker comes in with a big swing, and down it goes, point Minneapolis. As Russell just able to get a hand out there, it goes into the crowd. Frazier with another nice serve. Macy's pass is on the money, and Shoemaker pounds one to the back row. That's in. Nice attack there by, I believe that was
15.
Bigley. I'm going to have to put my glasses on.
Looks like they'll have some height for basketball.
Rourke.
Good pass by Ashley Macy. Get hit by Riley Baker.
Oakes on the back row there with the pass. It just could not get it up the front row and side out to Minneapolis. Page with a decent serve there. They tip it on over. And in the middle, Shoemaker was there. Baker's attack just wide of the out-of-bounds line, and it's side out to Russell. Now Bigley back in, a freshman, 5'7" freshman.
Is that all she is? How tall is 15?
15's 5'9". There's Bigley. That's out. Nice attack there by the freshman.
Nice freshman player. She'll be a good one for him as the years go by.
Yeah, she'll carry him next year. Baker out the back, muscled up on that one. Now Macy back in. Our libero. Pretty decent serve there by number 29. That I don't have on my.
Nice block by Steinbach.
Alley right there. I'm going to say 28 and 29 are the same, but I don't think so. Bigley with a nice dig there, and the lift is called on the pass. Bigley pancakes out there to get that one up off the floor. Now in the middle, Alley with a nice swing, and Russell playing a little harder this game, it looks like, Rance.
Yeah. Oh, good kill by Kara Fraser. Oh, just a little long by Russell. Shay's getting on a roll here. She's got that good top spin on her serve that dives to the ground when it gets over the net.
Well, you got to take them, too, when they're that close to that line. Alley gets it over as Shay recovers on the back row. Now Bigley hits out. She will get control of that cross-court winner, and when she does, the freshman, she's going to be a pretty good hitter.
That number 15's a sophomore, so we'll have both big ones.
They just set it on over. Page is right there. Now Fulton sets Alley in the middle. Going to be off the ceiling. Macy with a nice dig. Now Frazier with the attack from the outside. Didn't get a real good hit on it, and they were able to get there. That's tipped as Kara. All she could do is just tip that one on over. Blocked out of bounds by a hopper.
Nice play by Kara.
There, I bragged on Begley, and that pass goes astray. Timeout by the Russell coach, and we'll take one too. Minneapolis leading 11-3.
Wilson and Wilson Shields Funeral Home offer affordability and dignity. They know that the Minneapolis Lions will have a great season and want to wish them the best. Wilson Shields Funeral Home, our family serving your family.
If you're searching for the right insurance to fit your needs, look no further. The Scott Osherman Agency is the place to go. American Family Insurance has been providing security and peace of mind for over 80 years. Call the Scott Osherman Agency in Minneapolis, your American Family Insurance agent. Where do you go?
Shay Shoemaker still serving off the beam. Bigley missed times her jump there just a little bit, and the hit. A little anxious there. 12-3 Minneapolis. Well, I'm sure they'll probably get Minneapolis in the first match of the day down in Hillsboro.
Probably so. That's the way it usually works.
Hillsboro.
You know, we ought to get the little camera together and let Rance get a couple of the matches down there while he's there. I'm sure he'll be there all day.
More than happy to have him do it.
I'd be more than happy to do it if it brings the game home to some people that don't get to go there. So.
What a stuff by Begley. Nice attack by Alley in the middle. And Russell, she got a little closer to the net that time. It drops on Minneapolis side point. Lady Broncos. Fulton with the set. Kara Frazier.
Just a little long.
Just a little deep. That pass was just a little bit too strong. Fulton had to readjust and tried to tip it over. And it's a point to Russell. You know, it's kind of funny, Rance, in volleyball, I see it more so than anything else, that you play either up to your competition or you play down to your competition. And it seems like sometimes when the teams are a little better, like the Smith Centers and Conway Springs, that, you know, it brings out the best of your ball club, and competition is good, I think, in that case. But sometimes the girls need to be tested through the year, and you'll darn sure see some down there in Hillsboro, that's for sure.
Yeah, most definitely.
That's just athletics in general, isn't it?
Yeah, Smith Center was one great volleyball game. I mean, there's a lot of people talk about it after the game. They just went back and forth and back and forth, and you hate to see anybody lose that game the way they played it. I mean, it was just a fight all the way through it.
They probably don't remember it, but I do. When they came up here, and Minneapolis took them out of the regional here for us to go on to state back in 2002, I think it was.
Yes, I remember
I
that.
had a daughter playing. That's the reason I remember that.
That was an exciting sub-state here.
Just one of those knockdown dragouts. It comes down to 25-23 thing at the end, and like you say, it's kind of tough to swallow a defeat if you're Smith Center. I was just grateful that we were on the winning side of that as Page kicks that one on over for a point. Side out to Minneapolis and Connor Fulton to the service line. To the tip. Thought maybe she was going to let it go, but a little indecisive there. Had to take it. You know, with Connor moving back up here to play this year, it also kind of makes the basketball team look a little deeper. Connor with a good outside shot. She could play inside also. Another timeout by Russell. Minneapolis leading 19-8. We'll take a timeout too.
So when you need groceries, Jeans IGA, of course. Jeans is proud to be a sponsor of Minneapolis sports and hopes that you will encourage your children to be as competitive in the classroom as they are in sports. Jeans IGA, a proud sponsor of today's game.
Well, I kind of look forward to the football game coming up this Friday. Homecoming here at Minneapolis. Minneapolis will host the Republic County Buffaloes, or as most people know them, Belleville Buffs. I'll always remember them as that. Big swing by Allie Steinbrock in the middle, pounds it right through the block bigly.
I don't want to get the boys' heads too big, but I expect a blowout.
Well,
By halftime.
with what I've seen so far this year, I look forward to a pretty successful evening, I think. I don't know if they can stay up with us when we spread the field like that. They just don't have anyone to go with us, and I think Mr. McCulloch's going to have a big night. There's a nice dig by Russell on a big hit by Kara Frazier, and there Allie Steinbrock from the middle finds the corner. And it's a point.
You realize, guys, that up there at Beloit last Friday night, that was the most points that Minneapolis has ever scored against Beloit and not one.
And not one.
29 points.
Well, I was listening to it on the radio. I was listening to it on TV also, Channel 13. But you know, for me, it was kind of ironic that Minneapolis was behind a touchdown at halftime. It was 14-7, then came out and tied the score. And we were even right there in the third quarter, and then all of a sudden they reel off 40-some points, and I just the way, that's why you play the game. And Beloit, a little different ball club with the addition of the two players that have been suspended, I think it was.
But,
just one.
The other one's done for the year. That's part of his agreement. He can't participate in any athletics.
Well, the Eck kid, as you mentioned on the telecast, a kid that just has a good football sense about him. He can cut and turn on a dime. And had a pretty, there's our cable. Page with a nice set in the middle. Baker, it's out. And that will be side out to Russell.
22-10.
Anyway, I thought we were in the ball game for about 2/3 of the game, and you have a couple of 3 and outs. That was a catch there.
That offense just wore us down. Wore down the defense. All the way through.
Big hit by Shoemaker from the back row. They were able to dig it up, but it goes off the air duct as it goes over point Minneapolis. 23-10.
And then the 89
Wow.
game with those two squads that played, that 29 points was the 5th highest that Minneapolis scored against them. So.
What a save on the back row by Macy. She got to that errant pass over in the corner, and we were able to get it over. But Russell doing a good job on the defensive side, gets it back over, and it drops for a point, Lady Broncos. Net, and Kelsey Page to the service line. Minneapolis going to try and close this thing out. Match point right here. She likes to dink that one in, and so far Russell's been right there to catch that one, but Shoemaker tips that one in for a point, and that's the way the game will end. Minneapolis wins it in 2. 25-11 on this one, 25-6 first one. And we'll be back with some JV action here in just a little bit. Minneapolis will be back for the second match of the evening, varsity. And I'm sure Russell will make a few adjustments to see if they can't get a little more competitive.
We will be back on film, and we will stick with the audio channel here. So if you're listening on Channel 8, you're going to hear some advertisements and some music, and we might be back and talk a little football.
Is it Channel 8 or Channel 13 now?
Channel 8 for live, Channel 13 on replay. So you'll see this Sunday on Channel 13 if you want to watch replay.
You're confusing me, Dale. You're confusing me.
What did I say?
Live, it's Channel 8.
No, Channel 13. Yes, live audio is Channel 8.
And 13's
replay.
Taped. Delayed. Well, what do we look for down at Russell? But I know we've got Republic County girls up there. They're typically solid as a volleyball team, and some years they're just pretty pesky.
Welcome back, fans, live to the gymnasium, Minneapolis, Kansas. October 6th, 2009 today. I forgot to say that earlier. Getting ready for the second match of the junior varsity. Mike says that the junior varsity won fairly handily over at the grade school. And I don't see where varsity players shouldn't have. We were suspecting they might play some varsity.
Just number 29, I think, was a varsity player, or played quite a bit anyway.
Yeah.
Just got a quick phone call from the cross-country girls over at Ellsworth, and Minneapolis girls, I think, won the girls division over there. We had a second, a fifth, and a 7th, and a 15th on the girls' side. I didn't catch the boys. Kendall was pretty excited about the way the girls finished. It sounded like girls might have won the thing over there. So.
What were they running at again?
Ellsworth. Kendall said it was hillier and steeper and rougher than Lincoln, and
with a cold north wind blowing.
With a cold north wind blowing, so.
Did you see in the forecast that nasty weather word, 4 letters that starts with an S?
Yeah, you're going to have to shut the window of the linebacker's shack up there.
26 degrees for a low Sunday morning.
That might get Rance into some long pants.
With the S word.
Smith will lead it off here for Minneapolis.
I haven't seen the S word in Kansas that early since October 70.
Well, they said there's a chance of a widespread or a light frost tonight. Yeah, if it's going to get that cold. Warmer with a nice pass. Macy has moved from libero to primary setter here with the JV.
I remember once in the mid 80s we had snow in October. Seems like to be in the middle.
Well, I was in Texas at that time. That's why
Got you headed down there.
That's why I don't remember that. Down in South Texas.
JV playing rather well here as Cassie Smith gets to the net and bumps it over. Dugan will come in for Jaden McHenry and play the front row as a hitter. Zimmerman the middle. And Mortimer middle. There's an ace by Cassie Smith. That's an overpass. Zimmerman's right there. I thought she was going to take a swing at it, but just tips it over. Now Alyssa Smith backs up to Macy, and her attack goes in the net. Point to Russell.
3-2, Lady Lions.
Mortimer comes up to play that one as the serve is dying in the front court. It's stuffed by Russell, and point as Huxman is there for the block. Now Macy's set. Dugan's attack is in pretty good shape now in the middle. Zimmerman at the back row. It's long, and point to Russell.
Russell with the lead now, 4-3.
Right, the Lady Lions controlling the ball. Nice back set. Ashley Macy with the hit. There's a ball going out backside for the Russell. Mackenzie Zimmerman serve for the Lions. Nice floater serve. There's a double hit by Russell. Lions lead 5-4. Another hard serve. Falls in on the line side. Russell ties it at 5-5. Net serve by Russell. Ashley Macy going back to serve. Point for the Lions. Ashton served one to the back line. It was close, but Russell played it and went off their hands out of bounds.
7-5.
Russell with the tag. Minneapolis saves it. Free ball over the net. Russell plays it. Good pass by McKenzie. Nice hit by Katie Dugan. Good volleyball going on right here. And Russell hits it in the net.
Nice volley there by the JV girls. Minneapolis with the point. Well, Rats, there's another example of that first pass.
Yeah, it's big in this game. You got to get it up there to the front line. It's the start of everything to get you a good attack.
What is the ruling on the serve when it comes over and you're in the back row and you set it more or less? You're allowed what I call a catch or lift. It seems like when they play it as a set on the back row, sometimes the girls catch it.
Yeah, it's tough to do that off the back row, but some refs will call it and some won't. It's just tough because a lot of times on a set or when you play it two-handed, you bring the ball into your body and it seems as if you catch it. And like I said, some refs will call it and some won't.
Well, there's an art to that setting, and I've tried it a time or two with my daughters. I can't do it.
No, I can't do it either.
All I can do is bump it. (10-7) Minneapolis still leading. It's side out to Russell. Dugan with some quick feet there to get to that one, chase it down. And Smith bumps it over. And Russell's nowhere to be found. They had to let that drop in the middle.
Russell's out of rotation.
Can you tell me exactly what the scoop was? Was the...
You'll have to talk to somebody else on that. I don't understand that part yet. From what I understand, you've got to stay on the right side of the person until the serve is hit, or you got to stay in front or behind, depending on if you're back row or front row.
Well, my daughter coaches it. They've all played it, but I still don't understand some of the rotation.
Neither do I.
I asked Dale Henderson a couple times, and he looked at me like I was crazy. Kind of like I was supposed to know that. That serve, and it's side out to Russell.
14-8, the Lady Lions are up here. Second game of the match. Second game of the match. No, first game of the match.
So Allie's a sophomore this year, Rance.
Mm-hmm.
And your next daughter is 7th or 8th?
8th grade.
8th grade this year.
Yeah, they'll be going out to Russell this weekend for the league volleyball tournament.
How are the junior hires here this year?
They're playing good ball. They've lost a couple. I think we lost 3 this year. We lost one to Fairbury, Nebraska, up at the tournament at Belleville here a couple weeks ago. They had a 6'3", 7th grader.
Is that right?
And she could move too.
It's amazing. Cassie Smith with a dump over. It's side out to Minneapolis, and Mortimer with the big swing from the, hits the nace. And Russell's going to take a quick timeout as Minneapolis jumps out to a 9-point lead, and we'll take one too. Minneapolis leading here in the JV second match of the day, 17-8.
Eagle.
The State Bank of Delphus and the Ottawa County Bank in Minneapolis are locally owned community banks, committed to making your banking experience as easy and personal as possible. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Mortimer to serve. Lions leading 17-8.
Kenzie still serving there. A little misplayed there by the DS off the shoulder. Out of bounds, point Minneapolis.
I was just thinking this afternoon it'll be just a month and we'll be watching the junior hires in their annual invitational basketball tournament here at the gym.
Yeah, it's coming up quick.
I'm not hearing the sounds of those basketballs just yet on the hardwood. We've got a lot of football to play, Dale. That was a nice recovery by Russell. And Minneapolis gets it over on a nice dig by Ashlyn Macy.
Good block by McKenzie there.
Zim right there at the net. Good net play there by Zimmerman.
Before the game here, I saw Shay Shoemaker spinning the volleyball on her finger, index finger. I wanted to ask her if she could do that with the basketball, but I was too far away. So.
It's easier to do it with a basketball, I guarantee you.
19-9 score here.
Side out to the Lady Broncos. Jaden McHenry. Oh, what a save. Mortimer quick to the ball. So is Smith, but actually Mortimer came from the back row to get a hand on that, but it goes out of bounds. Point Russell. 19-10. Now Cassie bumps it over. Russell on the attack here. And number 29 I do not have on my roster from Russell. For some reason it skips. That's out. Jaden watched that one sail along, and Alyssa Smith
20 serving 11.
at the service line.
Good serve.
Dumps that one right in the middle. There's no one there. Ace for Alyssa. That one they do get over. Zimmerman back set by Smith, and the attack by Macy going out of bounds. Ashlyn Macy with the cross-court winner. And another timeout by Russell. Minneapolis leading 22-11. We'll be back after this quick timeout.
Grain is proud to be a sponsor of Lions Sports and hope that the boys and girls have a successful season. Ada Grain believes that sports and a quality education go hand in hand, building strong bodies and
Bill won't
minds.
be allowed as loud as you. Oh, I'm sorry.
Eagle Communications, home of ECTV, high-speed internet, 910 KINA News Talk, and 99 KG Country is a proud sponsor of Lions sports coverage. Listen to live broadcast on 910KINA.com or on your local Eagle Cable, Channel 8.
Let's make it delicious.
We'll turn that down. It helps if I speak up.
There you go.
Lance.
I think that's
Sometimes
better.
I just get soft-spoken.
I know how you feel.
Never lost for words, though. There's an overpass, but it's not going over. Cassie Smith right there. As Russell fielded that one, the pass could not find the setter.
Sometimes I'm told by members of my immediate family, you don't need to talk so loud. And, you know, I know there's others that listen to me on broadcast and say, he didn't talk very loud.
Ormer takes a swipe at that one. It goes right on by. She could just barely get a hand on it. Point to Russell. 12 serving 23. Whoa.
There really is a knack to this radio thing. You're supposed to talk with more force and loudness than your normal, just casual, conversational voice. And I forget that at times. Quite often, in fact.
There's a two-hit set by Russell, and that's
the end of the game.
the end of the first game of this second match.
Well, homecoming, guys, for football.
Almost world-famous hamburger. KT's wishes the Lions best wishes during the upcoming season.
I'd take one of those world-famous hamburgers right now. How about you, Dale?
Oh, I could probably find some room somewhere.
Just a small bag of popcorn, wasn't it?
It was small enough.
Russell to lead us off here in the second game. Minneapolis looking to close out the Lady Broncos here in 2, as did the varsity.
If you want to call up and order something, we can, as the rookie, we can send Rance down to pick him up.
Let's wait till a road trip when we really get him good.
All right.
As long as you're buying.
Alyssa Smith serving now.
Isn't it? Laid her hand down.
Good call. Zim with a slam. Russell in the net. McKenzie right there on the overpass. That didn't look good as she was not squared up to the net. She was turned sideways. I didn't think that had a chance of going over, and it didn't. Point Minneapolis. You know, your JV plays like this, and it kind of says a lot for your overall volleyball team, how deep you really are.
Well, and when 4 of our starters and our top sub are sophomores, you know, we got a lot of depth building here on this junior varsity team.
Nice dig by McKenzie. Mortimer. And Russell is going to get it over.
Well, pass a little long. Russell tipped it back over the net for a point.
You know, Russell just not fielding a big middle. Someone that can really slam that thing back down.
Nice job by Cassie taking a little bit off when the set was off the net.
You won't see that very often where the setter back sets it over the net, but just so happened to be the position that Ashland was in. I think that was her best move. There wasn't a hitter over there with her as she was going out of bounds. She had to take it.
Lions up 6-1.
That one falls in the middle, and it's side out to Russell. Boy, that was just about as perfect set as you could get as Dugan comes to the net with a big swing there. Pass took Macy almost into the net. Those are hard to place after you go to collect that pass, but Ashland did a nice job there.
A little bit too much oomph there.
I think that one was almost long. Cassie went ahead and took it. Probably a smart thing to do, but she's sizing up the back line now. I think the next one she's knew exactly where she was at that time. Ashland goes to the back row to collect that pass. Her set took McKenzie almost to the net. She just could not get to it.
Russell close within 1, 7-6.
And they got there on the strong serving of number 16.
That was a nice serve. She had a lot of movement on that ball.
Side bottom. I better put my glasses on now.
Nice Mortimer.
8-6, Lady Lions.
That is her name, Brooklyn Side bottom. Nice deep serve by Ashland.
A nice hit by Russell.
Oh, he almost scored a basket there.
Off with a big swing for Russell.
Oh no, do you guys know is it playable ball off the basketball goals here in Minneapolis?
No,
I doubt it.
it's just like it's out of bounds when it's back there. But you can play, of course, if it goes off the ceiling on your side. If it hits the ceiling and goes over, then it's out of bounds. If it hits the beam and comes back down, it's playable. And the cable on the other side is in play also unless it goes over. Well, they down the middle to be a little soft as Minneapolis lets another one drop in the middle there. And Russell is up by 1.
Lead. 9-8 score.
Cassie with a nice job stepping to get that ball.
Macy found a nice little soft spot. Ties the score at 9.
You know, Rance, I've seen some referees that on that tip, they'll call that a carry sometimes. But it's kind of the discretion of the ref. I've seen a lot of them call that a carry when they tip it over with that one hand.
The Shoot girls basketball squad has entered the gymnasium.
Yeah, sometimes that gets called. Also, if you're centered on your back row and move forward, sometimes when they leave the ground, they get called for. Some refs don't catch it, but some of them do. I think you got to keep both feet on the ground.
That's out as Hupp with a big swing. The freshman. I think Russell will have a team in a couple years. Probably not next year, but the year after, I think they'll be pretty strong. Nice serve by Mortimer. Oh, there's 29 up there. That's
11 all.
Shaylin Rankin.
Shaylin Rankin
is the name I'm looking for. The pass is short of the net. Setter just cannot get to him as side bottom not collect that pass from the back row. Point Minneapolis. Now Mortimer still serving.
Nice pass. Good set. A little bit of a miss hit there by Russell.
Rankin not squared up, and her attack goes in the net. Minneapolis now up by 2.
Good job. Good judgment by that Russell player there.
She's a Steckline.
Well,
Janelle Steckline.
There's a few of those out there.
There are a few of those out there. There's a nice swing by Zimmerman. Their overpass came over, and McKenzie with another swing, but her attack goes out of bounds. And we're tied up.
(14-13), Lady Lions up.
Alyssa Smith to serve. Armour with a nice dig. Smith the primary setter, but Macy sets quite a bit on both varsity and JV. They kind of got in each other's way there. Zimmerman sets it over, now off the beam.
Oh, nice play.
Quick to react. Side bottom with a nice set, but Huxman, her bump goes in the net. Point inside out to Minneapolis, now Cassie Smith. Nice deep serve. After side bottom went to the back row to get that, there was no one on the front row to take the pass. Finds the floor and a point for Minneapolis. 16-14.
Another good serve.
Up and over the heating vent there.
You can see the ball that's still up there from the last telecast.
Sure. Yeah.
We lost one
we got
out
a
there.
bunch of balls up there. We got footballs.
It's like a
soccer ball.
softball.
Out. Barely out. Last telecast here, we lost a volleyball up on the duck.
Basketball and softball up there.
17-15. Minneapolis up by 2, and it's side out to Russell as the ball goes up the ramp and almost to the office. That's out.
Well, just all sorts of balls up there. There's the football Rance is talking about on this side.
Yeah.
The volleyball, something.
Soccer ball. Zimmerman way out the back.
You have to get Terry Robbins' cherry picker in here.
Side bottom serving for Russell. She's pretty good server. I'm kind of glad that went in the net. Last time they made up a lot of ground on our lead. And it's a point Minneapolis. Now Ashlyn Macy. And that's the same way.
Quite an investment laying up there on top of the heating vents, huh?
Probably a shekel or two. That one's over in Smith. And the set by Macy. Russell able to recover. That's out of bounds.
That was a nice job by the Lady Lions. Pass, the set, and the hit.
1-17, the lane. 20-17, Lady Lions up.
Now Dugan. Serving with a 3-point lead. That's nice deep serve there. Oh, Zimmerman lays out for that one, and nice job. Is that Cassie Smith?
Yeah, Cassie with a big hit.
21-17 and a timeout. Lady Lions
It's nice
up 4.
to get a slam cross-court winner by Cassie Smith. Minneapolis ahead by 4. We'll be back after this quick timeout.
Eagle Communications, home of ECTV, high-speed internet, 910 KINA News Talk, and 99 KG Country is a proud sponsor of Lions sports coverage. Listen to live broadcast on 910KINA.com or on your local Eagle Cable, Channel 8.
Let's make it delicious. Let's make it fast. Let's make it a meal from KT's in downtown Minneapolis. KT's, home of the almost world-famous hamburger. KT's wishes the Lions best wishes during the upcoming season.
Eagle Communications.
See if the Lions can put this away here.
Dugan.
Ooh. Lift. Called.
I was just asking Rance about that, how that's called, and lots of times they'll let that slide, but the catch on the set on the hard serve by Dugan. The overpass, Zimmerman with a nice pass to the front. Now the back set to Alyssa Smith, and the primary setter attack from the outside is in for a point and another timeout. Russell, it's her second timeout. She may have one more left. Minneapolis up 23-17. We'll be back after this timeout.
It's fast, it's furious, and it's fun. It's Minneapolis Raceway. Minneapolis Raceway has brought you exciting races to Central Kansas and will continue the tradition. Minneapolis Raceway will give you and your family some of the most exciting races ever seen. Go Lions!
City Farm.
That was a quick timeout. Dugan back to the service line.
Nice block by Mackenzie Mortimer, but goes off her hands out of bounds.
Side out to the Lady Broncos. Nice pass by Macy. Now Mortimer with a big swing. They're not going to get to that one as the pass goes off the top of the net. Out of bounds.
Match point.
Very good pass by Ashley Macy there. She turned her hand sideways and sent it right to the setter and helped the Lions score a point.
Mortimer dumps one in. They're able to get to it. Side bottom with a set. Zimmerman with a nice block. Both teams playing well here. Russell not wanting to give up just yet, but Rankin's bump goes in the net. That's the way it ends. Minneapolis takes the second game, 25-18. And this match, the JV victorious here. And we'll be back with the varsity action here. It's senior night, so we will get to introduce the participants, seniors in volleyball, 2 players and 2 managers, I believe. So we'll be back after this quick 1-minute timeout.
They can do that right away or probably wait a while.
He has brought to you quality professional pharmaceuticals since 1963. Joe and Amber Wool will help you with your medications, durable medical equipment, cosmetics, gifts, and greeting cards.
We're doing senior night right away. Gabby Locklanger, manager for Quad.
Just 1 year. She lettered in volleyball last year, I believe. Played 3 years. There, Mr. Meckel will.
Will study at Cloud County and then Fort Hays State is her immediate plans, Meckel says.
Megan Heikus, the next senior.
Plans to go Salina Botec.
Dej. Where's she going to go to school, Dale?
Haven't heard of it. What'd they say? I didn't hear. University of Kansas?
Just give me a bad time.
Dan, they said something about pre-med.
It was. I read it earlier. It's Connor Fulton. Glad she's back this year.
Connor Fulton. Shea Shoemaker.
Shea is the daughter of Jerry and Shoemaker. She has been a four-year participant and medal winner for the Lady Lions. She has been named to the NCAA All-League team both her sophomore and junior year. She is undecided on her school, but would like to continue to play volleyball or basketball while in college.
Congratulations to those
5 seniors.
Yes, 5 seniors. Now we'll take a break.
Goodness, cross-country girls are back. Maybe we can get the lowdown on how the boys came out. The girls for sure.
Come back. Here for match 2 of the Lady Lions versus the Russell Broncos. Lady Lions won the first match by what scores, Mike? Pretty big.
25-6 and then 25, I think 15. It wasn't too much. 25-12, 25-15. I didn't write it down. It wasn't too close. So senior night here.
It's as you were talking about earlier. You know, they got to be careful not to play down to the competition. At this point, you got to pretty much work on staying sharp. You know, you're coming into some of your better competition towards the end of the year, and you don't want to get lazy habits starting to build up by playing down to a team that you're better than.
Well, they've got some stiff competition coming up in the next couple of weeks. Coach Frazier was telling me when they do go to Republic County, it will be for the league championship probably. If Minneapolis would win up there, it's for the league championship, what she's told me. So
Probably so.
How is Sacred Heart done against Republic County or Beloit?
I think they might play tonight.
Okay.
I might be wrong about that, but I know in the paper last week it said that they were getting ready to play.
Ariel Hoppy with the national anthem.
did get
beautiful rendition.
Yeah, I did get the official finish at the cross country meet. The girls, I'll start in reverse, and that way I can remember them. Kendall Perry was 15th.
So the 5'4" junior, number 4.
Number 4.